treat you like I'm supposed to. You better never meet a time, but it's niggas. And then I with you. I can't fuck with nobody. I just can't live my life I can't. Treat you like I'm supposed to. And when I'm talking about these niggas, 'cause when I'm with you, I can't walk with nobody. I just can't. I just can't live like it. Oh shit. Get in. My son, my friend, woke up, buy some weed. I just done eat. I was there, that's I wait for it. But you know what? We working today too, so we just had to get high before we go and do work. Cause I never sober. I heard that Jehovah. I rule in the use I'm in sport. No way. Hey. Okay, so this is the first time I'm going live. I wanted to make a video today talking about like I don't know. I think most of my video, if not all my video, is just me talking about how I feel. You know, lately I think my mind is becoming more bigger than the emotion, because even if I feel what I feel how I feel, it doesn't affect my day-to-day life. It doesn't affect, I don't know. I want to say it doesn't affect my health. It doesn't really affect me, really. I just think I just in the phase of acceptance. And the next thing too is not just that, but the next thing too is the fact that, like, like take a little sun. Oh my god, phone keeps running down. Right. So then, no, the door is open. Just, I have another thing on my face, guys. If my face look too oily. Right. right. So I was saying, right. So the next thing too is what I realized. Like I was so dumb. I was so clueless to know that like how much your identity could like ties to your attachment, ties to like I always say everything outside of yourself reflect what is in, what is within yourself, but I never really stopped to really realize like how much your identity tied to that. So I just like when I face what like lately, like since like yesterday, I just started really, you know, I don't know. I think I just started to think a lot about my identity, who it tied to, and you know, who am I when this person around? Who am I when this person is not around? Who who I want to be, who that identity ties to, who I have to be around, who, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if that makes sense. Because like identity tied to purpose, identity tied to destiny. So, you know, that is what I started to think about lately, and that has made me have no emotions. You know, that has made me don't have emotions, like, you know, because when I think about my identity, then it made me, you know, like I don't know what y'all to say though. I just feel like I don't know. I'm still waiting on my friend, and then I gonna go out. I don't know if I could get ready while I go into work, but you guys could save. But yeah, I had a crush, and like I based my identity on that, around that, because of all the fantasy that I create like in my head, of how I want my life to be and who I should be, and all these different things. Uh, and lately, I'm just like I don't want that person, but I want to be that. like I don't, I'm not crushing on that person anymore. Like you ever like somebody and then you get to really really get to observe them and you be like, I don't like you anymore, you know? Because that night, what I thought I like about you is not even really you. That's just, because of all the absent, the gap in between is just the fantasy, the idea that I create within, like I create in my head. So when I get to see you without the mask, you for who you is, you're not attractive to me, you know? And because of that, it made me had a second guess if I still want to be a wife. Because a lot of we want to be a wife, we want to be a mother, we wanted this, we wanted that because we think we find that love. But like, if you could separate yourself from that person, would you still want to be that? That's what I'm trying to say when I was talking about identity. It like lately I had to stop to really, really think about that, and because of that, because I was gonna make a post today. But yeah, because of that, it just made me do have like all like only the only little empathy I have or emotion or love or whatnot is just to pour into myself and into the people around me, the people who pour into me. Like I don't have no emotion outside of this little energy field that surround me, around me. Like outside of that, I had no emotions. Like I feel nothing. You know what I mean? And yeah. And the next thing I want to talk about is that I had an ex, right? Like from the very first time I meet this person, I know what position he will be in my life because I know I didn't like him, and he did everything. He did so much. He did so much that I hold like it was an obligation, And when you don't do it, I distance myself from. And every time he do something that I like, I reward him by just being present, get it that he get to talk to me, he get to see me, stuff like that. And yeah, I just feel like the moral of the story is no matter what that guy did, I still did not like him. And we know each other for 15 years. And when I so once so he okay so with he knew I didn't like him. I told him I didn't like him. He was the type of man, he fit himself in the friend zone. He was like, it's okay for you to cheat, because we still young. I met him when I was 19 years old. He told me it's okay for me to cheat and have 20 man. He gonna be my best friend. He gonna be right there for me when it all over. He comfort me when I go through a breakthrough, all these different things. I meet him before, I know him for years. I meet a man today and I telling the man next year we gonna make a baby, knowing that that is his dream. That's his dream they have for both of you. I didn't stop to care. I didn't all this thing I telling you about, I didn't care until 2 days ago. The father just bring it back and hit me in my face with it. Remind me of this memory, you know, and like it happened when I was at a tender age, but what it means to me now is like, oh my god, it hit different. Yeah, so as I said, he know every man I talk to. He know why we left. He know how much time we had sex. He know everything about me. And I think at one point it reached a point where I just like, oh my god, every man I choose failed me. And I just fall in his arm one day and I was like, everybody failed me. I was heartbroken. And he was like, I still here. I still love you. And I'm like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And he said something to me that day. He was like, you know, all them people do you things what I would have never think to do you because I am alive, G.
Yes, 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 Hamza.
Right. So back to the story. So one day I fall to his knees now. And I was saying, don't show them nothing like that for me. And you have weed that way you're taking up paper. You have weed G that way.
I know weed, I know bring this paper
So
here.
we're taking up the paper for.
I know bring this paper here and show it.
So we're taking it up for.
So you go blow off the table.
So
We going to do this.
but on our line. You bringing it because you see he bringing the paper in the room because he want me to go in the room when I build my weed,
Go in one room. Where you want to light the cigarette for?
I gonna buy the next one. Because
Wait,
I'm
right, I
bad.
want to light this one. I want to light this.
So anyways, right? So one day I threw myself in his arm. I was crying. I was like, everybody, hey, you're on live, G.
The thing like
It don't make you no noise.
it don't need no make no noise, darling.
You tell me the kettle make
It
noise.
don't make no way. See the marine get down in it when you boil and water, it make noise. So
Oh, so you can turn it off for me,
yeah,
please.
you could take a marine, get slightly hot. But when it's real hot, that's for when you're making tea.
Tea,
darling.
okay. You can turn it off for me, please.
No, because it's steaming already.
You
When
can
I'm
turn it
cooking
off,
on
please.
whistle, no.
One minute. Come and dad. I'm making some moringa tea. So, back to the story. I think I had to be in front of the screen before I finish the story. This is my first time going live. That's an accomplishment. I had to reach a certain amount to do that. How?
I know that's strain it before I try it.
I got you.
Strain it.
Oh, hold it. I don't want to.
Strain it. Like that. There's strain and you pop and strain it.
Oh,
Yeah.
red hot oil.
I was telling you don't put that hot on my laptop. My laptop. So tell me like you know where the glass.
How hot water gonna make the plastic, G? This is hot water.
Why they want the water?
I should have put it in a teacup because I'm live. Look at people go see me drinking tea
And
water.
what- and why
And they
they-
gonna feel I don't
Why
want.
don't put the some hot water in rice pan so it could wait here?
Throw the rest of the hot water in it.
No, that's my ring.
Throw the rest of the moringa in it. Because I'm putting it back in the fridge. I just go catch a fresh one. Please. I will do it then.
Yeah. So I want to
G online. So people will see me.
I know what them see me.
No, for now. Not tomorrow, it's not later. No.
I know what them see me. I know what them see me man and be torturing at me, you know. Yeah, yeah, man, all the okay, all the sweet and stuff.
Oh, the fuck, that shit burning me up. The thing come off. Oh gosh, you demand. You could just. And I telling somebody, I talking the story and look how much time pass. Oh guys, back to the story now. So one day I felt so heartbroken. I dropped in his arm. I was like, nobody loved me. Why I can't get it right with love? Stuff. He was saying stuff like. Because you know he would never do me what they do me and stuff like that, and he truly loved me and them look at thing, you know. So because I was so heartbroken and at the time he's saying that, you know, after he see me go through so much, you know what I mean, and he's saying that, I was like, okay, it had to be karma. It's because you've been so good to me and I've been overlooking you, you know, taking this stuff, overlooking at all these different things, right?
Right.
And then so I say I gonna give this person a chance, right? So I given this person a chance, right? But remember, at one point I leave the country, so I wasn't around this person for like a while, like a couple years. So after I say I given him this person a chance, it's like we reintroduce ourselves to each other. So it's like this person, it's like I want to be who I was even though I giving them a chance, and they were saying, this time, this time around, you can't cheat on me. This time, this time around, you're not gonna be on the phone. You're not gonna hang me up to go and talk to somebody, and all these different rules. And I was like, but before you didn't care, you know? He was like, yeah, because I felt like I have to, you know, because you didn't want me, you didn't like me or whatnot. So I say, I go give this person the benefit of the doubt, and I say, okay. So I stopped doing them thing as he say, right? I treat him like, oh, I would treat any other man, right? But I still, I still, open.
I'm still on the moon.
They can't see in the room. She go ahead. Mm-hmm. So I say, what's it? Okay, so I started to treat this person the way like I would treat any other man, right? So after a while, I just get bored. I ain't gonna lie, I just get bored, and I was like, you know, and I was still trying to test my power. I want to see if this person's still weak for me, still doing some of the dumb stuff. But everything I do, this person it would just make this person get so mad. So one day, I was telling this person, I was like, coming back home, I coming where you was, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. So I in my mind, I thought this person was gonna get excited, right? So we making plans. I say I coming home. You know, I'll start to work. I say I send them this person more money. I telling this person, hey, you gotta buy this, you gotta buy that, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, right? And after the second time I send this person money, the, because remember we're building real lives now. So I telling them what to do with my money. So the second time I telling this person what to do with my money. So I would say, so this person was working, right? So I was saying, Monday you do this, Tuesday you do that, that. But this person was telling me like, okay, so Monday I'm gonna do this, but this person wanna take 2, 3 days laying down in bed, telling me he gonna do it that day, and then he gonna do it that day. One day I get so mad, and we started cussing, and then this person started bring up all my past, who I was with, where you do different from this one, where that one say he agree with that one, and that and you should have do this with that one do, and all these different things. And after this person say that, I wanted to punish this person. Like I wanted to, like mentally in my back of my mind, I just want to punish this person because in my mind I'm like, how dare you to come and say, you know, you move from friend nigga to my nigga, so shut the fuck up type. You know what I mean? This person telling me this I want to punish this nigga. So I blocked this nigga for months upon months, almost couple of years. If I ain't lying, about 2 years. I blocked this nigga because I was vexed. When I unblock this nigga get his mommy to call me, everybody in his family to call me. When I do unblock this nigga, I still wasn't pleased. I felt weak when I unblocked this nigga because I'm like, nigga, you had to be mourning and grieving my loss because oh dear you. I did remember this nigga wasn't really, he wasn't saying nothing bad, he was just defending himself. He was just tired of waiting so long and still don't get where you want. But I was on double time. I was like, he wanna unblock him. I was like, I still gonna punish you, nigga, cause oh dare you type shit. You know what I mean? So every chance I get, I tell him what he did. Every single day, I remind him that he said that, and I didn't like that he said that, and how could he said that, blah 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 blah. Every single day, and this nigga, apologizing over a year because of what he said. Me and this nigga will having normal conversation, and he will say, man. We be just talking normal, and he make a mistake and use the word man. He started tell apologize because I don't want to come off the phone, my mood gonna change. You know what I mean? It's like having this nigga walking on eggshell. And then this nigga, as I said, still calling, still want to be that one. Still, whole identity is about me and he together, right? And then one day I get up and I was like, I I still don't like you. I never like you. I pity you. I pity myself. I felt like he was my last option. I didn't say that to this person. This was just what going through my mind. I'm like, if I should have $10 million, would I still choose that person? No, I wouldn't choose that person because you know why I wouldn't choose that person? Because because of all of the disrespect, because of all we've been through. You know, I was just so focus on trying to find somebody new. I learned a lesson. I want to apply what I learned, but I couldn't apply what I learned with somebody who know me since all my life and keep reminding me of my past. You know that type of way. So that was the mindset, and then so this nigga still planning, still thinking we gonna be together for the rest of our life, forever and ever. And I just say it one day, I was like, while you fantasizing about me, I fantasizing about somebody else. And I just don't want to do this anymore. And I realized that no matter what, no matter who I've been with, this nigga never stopped. He wasn't stopped. He don't plan to stop. He wasn't giving up. And I'd be the one to say, well, you're not gonna stop, so I have to stop you. And that is when I just call it off because I realized that me me agreeing is like I lying to this nigga and lying to myself. And I just allow this nigga to be my friend. This nigga in my energy blocking while trying to manifest because in their mind, they're my man, and in my mind, you know what I mean? So it's like conflict of interest. So I just leave all that nigga and I move on. But the moral of the story is, the same thing happened to me, and I didn't know until I know. I didn't know until I know. I didn't. By the time I realized, I don't get disrespected and left out in the cold, just as I did that nigga. And then I started to understand what that nigga feels, and then that is when I started to realize what kept, because I wasn't so focused on what was done to me. I was seeing it on a broader scale. Like why we allow these stuff to be done to us, not just me, but this next nigga. And then I realized that it was what identity say. Go back to what I was saying at first. It's like we identify ourselves to be this person who have this thing, who is with this person, who work this amount, you know what I mean? And sometimes we get lost in that, you know, because even when we realize that is not what we gain, or we're not receiving anything, but identity is still based on that, so we don't know how to move on. Even if we move on physically, mentally, we're mind still on that person, on that, because it's like, so who will I be, because after after all of that, and I go back and check on that nigga still ain't doing, I'm not bashing him, that nigga still ain't doing nothing really. And I talk to this person, and it's like they give up on relationship. It's like they be like they don't want to have no kids. They don't, it's like they just give up because they realize that, and I know I don't want to give up. That's the difference. I still want to believe in love. I still want to be loved. I still deserve enough love. So because of that, I just change, because my standard was always high. This person have a high standard as well, but we see all that quality we want in ourselves in a person, and that person give we a little bit of attention, and that is enough for we to start to fantasize. And then the distance and the space or the gap in between that, you know, to it's like even when we're not getting what we expected from this person, we still feel like they have, oh, we could get it. They just need to change. I just need to show more love. I just need to be more patient. I just need to do this. I just need to be that. You know what I mean? And then before you realize it, how many time, so much time passed, you can't get back. And you was like, you take yourself off the market for your idea of a person who exploring the option back to front to back, and you putting yourself on the line for somebody who choose themselves every single day and never yet one day consider your feelings, and I agree with, with anybody who have done that. And the next thing too I want to say is like, I believe like, if somebody say somebody in love with you, and tomorrow they say they don't love you anymore, but they still have respect for you, and then they come back and be like, I want to try this again. I think that person, you could give them a chance again. But I feel like, if a person disrespect you, is a different thing. I feel like disrespect is not, because that is the reason why. And this person was very good to me, but because of all the disrespect, because of how much he allowed me to disrespect him, and then when he's standing up and defending himself, I still can't see that version of him, because I know who, instead I see him, I see it like, oh, he's standing up for himself. I see it like, I lose my power. You don't love me anymore. Am I not beautiful anymore? You know what I mean? So I, I always knew respect was everything, but I don't only know that respect is everything now. I I want to find the right word. You know what I mean? It's not like I only know. I don't know. I don't know. I live for that. Basically, what I'm trying to say, like, respect is really everything, and a relationship could strive on only respect alone. A relationship don't bound to thrive on love. Like, once it have respect, it could survive. You know what I mean? But once you have the love without the respect, that will never, that ain't going no way. And if you use the love to buy more time, it's still gonna crash. You know what I mean? It's still gonna crash, because respect supposed to be the only like, that is the foundation. Like, that's supposed to be, you know. I think respect is where everything stands, like where trust stands on, love stands on, and you know what I mean? Because you respecting yourself, gonna make you respect somebody, and you respecting somebody just make just show how much you value that person well-being, that person, you consider that person feelings, you see that person, you know I wouldn't even say equal to you, but you see that person as a human being. Because see a rich man going a grocery, if he don't see the cashier, he not gonna see the cashier or whoever working in that grocery equal to him. You know what I mean? When they're doing a 9 to 5 and he get up off his bed and just go in the groceries to shop, he will never see them equal to him. But if he's a humanitarian, or whatever you want to call it, if he see that person as a human being and treat that person as such, then I think that is everything, and that is respect. So yeah, I can't believe I drinking moringa out of a rum cup. Look. can't even see. You don't have any taste, really. This is my first live, and nobody watch it. Like literally nobody watch it. Like I try to go live. G, you could see me. G, wait, let me see. I'm gonna see if I could see myself on my friend phone to see if my live public, and then I come in. G, you can see me on live. On live. On live. I want to see something. We do it. And you don't come up here and say I'm live. No, wait, go up here. You can't meet up with me. You can show that. No, he did. Up here.
Alright, no, go.
It's up there. Oh, you did it.
Yeah.
Hey! Click on it, click on it.
So what? I don't want to see you. I see me every day. Oh, I've got something. See me every day. I take it every night.
Yeah, I see myself. You just fuck up though, cause he don't want to click. How you gonna be my friend and you don't want to support me? And now go on his phone to check if I see myself online. And he don't want to click on it. He tell me he see me every day. I see you every day. I mean, like, how you my friend? I don't want to click on my live though. That is crazy. He probably sneakily watching me, and I don't know. But yeah, guys, remember to stay hydrated, cause my first live that I take seriously. But look how it's like 37 minutes. I'm like, look how I look mad though. Ew. So see you when I see you. Remember to stay hydrated and to stay moisturized. How I hand it though, G? I like how my face look though. How I hand it live? Are you sure that you want to stop? Oh, it's called streaming actually. Wow.